In the Northern Territory, peak Aboriginal organisations and leaders are holding a landmark summit in the hope of agreeing on ways to reduce the damage caused by alcohol. They're appealing for collaboration with Indigenous people, as Mike Coggan reports.
The Katherine region in the top end of the Territory has long struggled to cope with tragic levels of alcohol abuse. In a recent shocking example of the harm caused, a man took his own life in a remote community southwest of Katherine.
He doused himself in petrol and set himself alight. That was so distressing to the community. We're still putting in place a response to that to work with community members around the trauma of that.
Aboriginal community leaders from across the Territory gathered at a summit in Darwin to find ways to tackle alcohol-related harm. The summit is a response to government considering lifting alcohol restrictions in remote communities.
We've got Aboriginal people clogging up the justice system, the health system, and it just keeps going on and on and on. And I think it's just got to a stage now that Aboriginal people are just sick of being used as guinea pigs when legislation is coming out.
Alcohol restrictions have been in place in hundreds of communities for decades, and many of them wanted to stay that way.
Because grog is just making people kill each other, and there's so much trouble in our community.
Well, my leaders, my elders, I said that they don't want a grog in our community.
But other leaders do want alcohol allowed in their communities.
The social club I'm talking about in our community, it's not about just drinking alcohol, but it's a place where people can gather to socialise with each other.
Aboriginal health organisations say there have been some reductions in alcohol-related harm, but they've criticised the Territory Government's decision to stop banning problem drinkers from buying takeaway alcohol.
Overall, it has gotten better, but with the recent removal of the BDR, we have lost ground.
A summit communiqué will be released on the weekend. It will call for an evidence-based approach to alcohol abuse and the strengthening of restrictions to reduce the flow of the rivers of grog. Michael Coggan, Lateline.